Hello, it's 1874. It's game week. International football is over. So, of course, I'm here with my giant hood blocking the football shirts in the background here for the Stat Pack with myself, Dan Bardell, and AVFC Statto off social media, especially Twitter, where he runs one of the best accounts there is to follow if you're of the Aston Villa persuasion. This show is, as ever, sponsored by Match Bingo. If you go to 1874.io/matchbingo, you'll be able to get yourself some bingo cards for Everton versus Aston Villa on Saturday, as well as all the other football and sport that's on at the moment. They're £2 each. If you buy 4, you get 1 free. So if you want to help us as a channel, sign up to Match Bingo using that link that I just mentioned, 1874.io/matchbingo. Statto, we're here for some stats. International football is over, although to be fair, statistically, the Villa players did quite well in the international break. We can't score for toffee, to use an old phrase, in the Premier League. But I'll tell you what, the players go away on international duty. They bloody love a goal, don't they?
Can't score for toffee is a pun because we're playing Everton as well.
Oh, it is. I didn't even do that on purpose. Fantastic.
Yeah, they're banging the goals, didn't they? Banging the goals, banging the assists.
I know.
All coming back to Premier League now on form. So hopefully, that means good news for Aston Villa.
They're all ready to do absolutely nothing for Villa at the weekend after a fruitful international break. Let's go then. Let's get straight into it. By the way, Morgan Rogers' assist was absolutely sumptuous. Let's go with the first one that you've sent me then. Aston Villa have failed to score in their last 4 Premier League games in a row. I'm assuming you're going to know when that last happened, Statter.
Boubacar Kamara, Tottenham.
What? Oh, no, sorry, that was the last time. That was the last time we scored. I knew that. Yeah. I'm saying, when was the last time Villa went 4 games without scoring in the Premier League? Must have been a long time ago.
It was.
You must have been prepared for that question.
I know, I'm not prepared for that question at all. That was last on my list and first on yours.
Oh, dear.
We haven't done it in a while. 2001, 2002 was the last time we did it.
Okay. 14, really? I'm surprised at that.
Yeah. I think so, but that's the start of the season.
Okay, I'd have been surprised. I'd have thought it's obviously going to be when we stunk out the Premier League and got 17 points. But obviously we were quite good in front of goal when we went down.
Didn't do it. So we didn't do it in 2015-16 at all.
Okay.
So 360 minutes without a goal in the Premier League. The last time we went 5 in a row without scoring was 2014-15 under Paul Lambert.
Yeah, I remember that. That was Joris Sakura. God, I think we spoke about this last time we did a stat pack, actually. Joris Sakura broke the duck against Chelsea, didn't he? Oh, I really hope we score at the weekend. I'm getting a bit bored of not scoring, to be honest.
We've had 42 shots since our last goal.
Wow.
18 off target, 13 blocked, and 11 saved. Only 4 teams have failed to score in the first 4 Premier League games of a season in Premier League history. Sheffield Wednesday in 93, Newcastle in 2005, Swansea 2011, and Palace in 2017. So Villa could become the 5th team to do that, which is not a stat you want.
Surely a goal's coming. Surely we're going to score at Everton's lovely new ground. It's got to happen this weekend. I did think it would happen last time out against Palace. Obviously, it did not. Right, let's talk about the main story then for the second stat around this game. It probably is the fact that Jack Grealish is playing against his boyhood club for Everton for the first time. Jack Grealish has earned 4 assists in his last 2 Premier League games for Everton, more than in his previous 45 for Manchester City in the competition. Annoying because in my first draft of my had him in, and then I bottled it and didn't have him in for the first week. And if I had, I'd probably doing a little bit better, Statter.
I brought him in after his
did you for last week?
Yeah, I brought him in for last week. Yeah,
you'd be benching him for this one against Villa, though. I would have thought.
Triple captain, I think.
Triple captain is probably a more sensible shout in the fantasy football land.
I mean, his role for Everton is. I've not watched a lot of Everton. I've seen the highlights of his games. His role seems to be very similar to what it was at Villa. So hugging the left-hand side, be a maverick, do what you want, like kind of role. So 2 assists in each of the last 2 games against Brighton and against Wolves, more than his last 45 games in the competition under Pep. He's the first Everton player to do that, to do 2 assists in back-to-back games. No player in Premier League history has gone 3 games with 2+ assists. So, worrying. I'm nervous.
Ominous is the word I'd use to describe that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Also, he's just turned 30 as well, hasn't he? So he's a fully blown man now.
Today?
30 years of age. Today, is it today? I saw it was his birthday.
Yeah. So, well, it depends when this is going out. on YouTube. But
Oh, no, you're right. So it'll be yesterday by the time this goes out. We would wish him a happy birthday, but because he's playing against Villa at the weekend, we won't. Or maybe, hopefully, he had a really good birthday, actually, and drank a lot, and he's not going to perform to his best.
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about it. He's won a penalty against us, hasn't he? I don't think he's got a goal or an assist against us yet since he left. I've got a bit of a bad feeling about this one. Like, that duck could be broken. Yeah, not great. I still wish he was playing in claret and blue, to be honest, not in the royal blue of Everton. Let's look at the third stat that Statto has sent me, and it's very on trend because obviously Ezri Konsa scored for England in the international break, his first goal, sniffing out a goal after a bit of a scrappy passage of play on his left foot. Ezri Konsa is going to make his 200th Premier League appearance for Aston Villa this weekend. Is he out the current Villa team? Has he played the most games, maybe other than McGinn?
McGinn's first, Konsa's second. Yeah. Konsa will be the 11th player to reach that number for Villa in Premier League history.
Really?
McGinn's played more games, Konsa played more minutes. And the only defender to play more minutes than Konsa since his Premier League debut is James Tarkowski.
Great statage there, Statto. Some good appearance holders there, some good appearance holder knowledge. Well, it's not really knowledge, is it? But you've put together some nice stats for us there. STATPACK stat number 4. Since promotion back to the Premier League in 2019, Aston Villa have earned more points against Everton than they have against any other Premier League team, with 30. Yeah, I do feel like we've got a good record against them, but it does feel like, because it's in a new ground now, because we've done well at Goodison in recent years as well, because it's a new ground, it kind of feels like it's a new start for them, and obviously they won their first home game as well.
Yeah. Villa have earned, I don't know the exact number, which I should know, I didn't write it down, 310 points since promotion back to the Premier League.
Really?
So Everton account for 11% of those points.
It's good maths.
Played them 12 times. Yeah, so 12 times 30 points. Can you name any of the other top 5 teams in terms of points we've got since promotion?
Brighton
a second with 24. Yeah.
Who else have we done well against? So it's weird how teams just leap into your head that you think that you... I feel like we've done okay against Tottenham.
No, 15 points from 12 games.
Okay. Brentford?
Nope. No? 15, 9, yeah.
Definitely Palace. Fulham,
21 points, yeah.
I'm going through the alphabet in my head here. You might be able to tell. Leicester?
Nope. Leicester 16 points from 10 games. These two are very different ends of the country.
West Ham?
Nope. Go further south. Not in the league anymore. Relegated last season.
Southampton?
Correct. Yeah. Southampton 18 points from 10 games, and then go as far north as you can in England for the next one.
Newcastle,
yeah. 18 points from 13 games played.
That's because I'm letting the away record get in my head.
You are. That's what you're doing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got Brighton straight away. I think I feel like we beat them nearly every time that we play them, to be fair. Okay. Yeah. So Everton, I mean, obviously everyone remembers that kind of second home game back in the Premier League when we hadn't won. It was a Friday night and Wesley scored and El Ghazi scored. It was a great atmosphere and we won 2-0. Yeah, we've had a good record at Everton since. Lots of clean sheets at Goodison in recent times as well, it feels like to me.
Yeah. So we have played them 12 times, won 9, drawn 3 since promotion. And you mentioned the clean sheets. So 4 of our last 5 away Premier League visits to Everton have kept a clean sheet in those. That's Villa's. So Villa kept a clean sheet in the last 4 visits to Goodison Park. It's Villa's longest ever run of away league clean sheets against a single opponent in history.
I'm fully expecting that to go down the toilet on Saturday. We haven't lost to Everton since we've been promoted.
Nope. We did in the cup.
Oh, we don't count that.
We don't count that.
We definitely don't count that. That doesn't count.
Yeah. We've dominated them in the league, but they want a pretty decent run themselves at the moment.
Okay. So. Yeah, we don't count the cup here on the STATPACK, unless, of course, we're previewing a cup game, which we will be doing, of course, next week. All right, hiccup there from me. Last one then in the STATPACK today. Aston Villa have failed to win any of their opening 3 games of a league campaign for the first time since 2017-18 in the Championship. Did we really not win a game in our first 3 that season?
No.
We lost to, I remember losing to Reading, drew with Hull first, lost to Reading. And then what did we do? Come on, Statto.
I mean, I don't tend to keep championship stats.
You can't put the stat down and then not know the answer to the question. I mean, I should be able to remember it. I felt like we won the third game after being under a bit of pressure, but obviously we didn't. Definitely Hull and Reading.
I've got one more click to go through, and then I've been right there.
He's marauding through the database.
We drew with Hull 1-1.
Yeah.
Lost to Cardiff 3-0. And lost to Reading 2-1.
I missed Cardiff. That's a terrible start to the season, isn't it, in the Championship?
Yeah. So, yeah, that was in the Championship. In the Premier League, we last failed to win any of our first three in 2012-13. The last time Villa failed to win any of their first four games was back in 2001-2002, where we didn't win any of our first six. Villa have never failed to win in their first four Premier League games without scoring in the history of the Premier League. So if we don't score and we don't win this weekend, that's going to be an unwanted new record for...
God, that will be miserable, won't it? Surely something's got to change, obviously. At some point, we're going to win a game. At some point, we're going to score.
Just an own goal will do, Dan, to be honest.
Yeah. Just a shot. I'd like to get up off my seat just once and feel like the ball's going to go in the back of the net. Just get that. Even I said the other day, even let's get a goal disallowed by VAR. At least I'll have had the initial elation. I just want something. Yeah. So let's hope that some of these trends are booked on Saturday. Statto, thank you ever so much for joining me here on the Stat Pack. Leave us a comment with what you've thought of the show today, and don't forget to check out Match Bingo as well. Subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on. Leave a like as well. Make sure you subscribe, though, is the most important thing. Via audio, if you could give us 5 stars, leave us a review, leave us a comment on Spotify. Apple Podcast reviews are really important, so if you could do that again, that would be really, really appreciated. Me and my giant hood are going to go. So is Statto. He's going to go as well. So thank you very much for joining me today, Statto. Always a pleasure. And of course, I'll see you next week.
Indeed. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa. Oh, he's gone first. Up the Villa from me, and already an up the Villa from AVFC Statto.